There's nothing I love more than a hot steaming pan of shakshuka. Swipe up for the recipe. We're going to put some olive oil in the base. Start with some olive oil. Then we have some onion. And I put the onion with the pepper. Lovely. I want to season that with some salt and some black pepper. Give me that sizzle. Today we are going to do onion and pepper, and we're also going to put in harissa, which is a North African spice paste, and it has so much depth and smoky sweetness to it. It's just delicious, and it's going to be really beautiful with this sauce and the eggs poached inside. What's really cool about this is everything is done in one pot, so it's extremely convenient and actually really great to clean up. Okay, this looks really good. Now I'm going to add in the harissa. You want to get all that in? Let me just try a little bit. Ooh. Oh, it is like slightly sweet, spicy, a little smoky, so it's got a little bit of a punch. Now I'm going to add in the garlic, around like 3 cloves of garlic. We're just building flavor. This sauce is the base of this dish because we're literally just going to be putting eggs in there and poaching them in this really beautiful sweet pepper sauce. Ooh, smells good. That harissa in there. I lived in Israel for a couple of years right after I finished culinary school. I think it was one of the first dishes that I was introduced to when I moved there because people are really passionate about their shakshuka. So we just put in a couple tomatoes, and that's going to really break down and turn this into a really sweet, delicious sauce. And now I'm just going to cover it and let the tomatoes do their job. I want them to break down. So there's a lot of really cool things you can put in shakshuka. Today we're actually going to be putting in sheep's milk feta, which is really salty, slightly tangy, and has a really nice creamy mouthfeel. And we're going to garnish it with fresh dill and parsley. So the steam is just breaking this down. The tomatoes are breaking down. Don't forget, I want to season it with a little bit more salt and black pepper. And actually, I'm going to put a little pinch of sugar because I really feel like that brings out the sweetness. Just like this, like a little baby pinch. Bam! That's good. Now I'm just going to let it do its thing. Beautiful. I'm actually feeling like keeping this slightly chunky today because it looks really good. The sauce is kind of, it's moving. There's a lot of sauce there. It's just not like fully broken down, but I like that. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to eat. So I'm going to keep that texture there. Okay, so then you want to kind of just like spread it out. I like to take a towel and just kind of shake this so that everything gets evenly placed, spread out. And then you want to make 4 wells. Then you want to take your egg, and this just like ensures that you don't get any shell in your shakshuka. You want to crack it in there, and then slowly kind of just place it right into the well. Gulch! Fantastic. And so I'm actually going to put some feta in here. I think it would be really, really nice, salty, kind of a tangy bite to put in with the eggs. And we have some sheep's milk feta. I'm literally just going to scatter it on top. It's going to melt. And what's going to happen is we want to make sure, like, we want these eggs to cook, but we want to get that runny yolk. So you guys have to keep an eye on your shakshuka. So now you want to just take that lid, cover it right back up. See, it's getting all steamy and delicious. Cook, eggies, cook. And this is why it's good for a big party, because you could put like 6 eggs in there and have another one going on the stove, and there you just fed like 12 people. Microphone, but towel drop. Okay. I'm gonna just turn the heat off because it's basically done. And then I'm going to grab this towel because I'm gonna put it right on the towel. And like, this is how shakshuka should always be served, in the pan. If you want to make individual ones, get individual pans. Put 2 in. But there's something about bringing the pan to the table that just makes it so sexy. they're cooked perfectly, see? Just a little jigs. Now what I love to do is obviously take some fresh herbs because that will bring that brightness, that green color, and obviously that like beautiful aroma and freshness. And dill to me is like perfect here. So I'm going to chop up some dill. I just think too, like the dill with the feta just makes so much sense. I just want to scatter it on top. Beautiful. And you know what? Maybe even a little bit more olive oil. Gorgeous. And that's it. Serve it with the bread, with a little bit more feta if you want. And there you have it, guys. My shakshuka. I hope you make it at home because it is a serious crowd pleaser. Once you do it, you're going to just be making it over and over and over again. Until one day you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, I've had shakshuka every day this week. It's happened.